Okay, Leviticus 7. Reparation offerings. This is the ritual for preparing for the reparation offering. It is most holy. At the place where the burnt offering is slaughtered, the reparation offering shall also be slaughtered. Its blood shall be splashed on the sides of the altar. All of its fat shall be offered, the fatty tail, the fat that covers the inner organs, and all the fat that adheres to them, as well as the 2 kidneys with the fat on them near the loins, and the lobe of liver, which is removed with the kidneys. The priest shall burn these on the altar as obligation to the Lord, as it is a reparation offering. Every male of the priestly line may eat of it, but it must be eaten in a sacred place. It is most holy. Because of the purification offering and the reparation offering are alike, both have the same ritual. The reparation offering belongs to the priest who makes atonement with it. As for the priest who offers someone's burnt offering, to him belongs the hide for the burnt offering that is offered. Also, every grain grain offering that is baked in an oven or made in a pan or on a griddle shall belong to the priest who offers it. Whereas all grain offerings that are mixed with oil or are dry shall belong to all of Aaron's sons without distinction. Communion sacrifices. This is the ritual for the communion sacrifice that is offered for the Lord. If someone offers it for Thanksgiving, that person shall offer it with unleavened cakes mixed with oil, unleavened wafers spread with oil, and cakes made of brown flour mixed with oil and well kneaded. One shall present this offering together with the loaves of leavened bread, along with Thanksgiving communion sacrifice. From this is the individual shall offer one bread of each type of offering as a contribution to the Lord. This shall belong to the priest who splashes the blood of communion offering. The meat of Thanksgiving communion sacrifice shall be eaten on the day it is offered. None of it may be kept till the next morning. However, if the sacrifice offering is a votive or voluntary offering, it shall be eaten the next day. The sacrifice is offered, and on the next day what is left over may be eaten. But what is left over, the meat of the sacrifice on the third day, must be burned in fire. If indeed any of the flesh of the communion sacrifice is eaten on the third day, it shall not be accepted. It will not be reckoned to the credit of the one offering it. Rather, it becomes a desecrated meat. Anyone who eats of it shall bear the penalty. Should the meat touch anything unclean, it may not be eaten, but shall be burned in the fire. As for other meat, all who are clean of it may eat of it. If, however, someone in a state of uncleanness eats the meat of communion sacrifice belonging to the Lord, that person shall be cut off from the people. Likewise, if someone touches anything unclean, whether it be a human uncleanness or an unclean animal or unclean loathsome creature, then eats meat of the communion sacrifice belonging to the Lord, that person too shall be cut off from the people. Prohibition against blood and fat. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell the Israelites, you shall not eat the fat of an ox or sheep or goat, although the fat of an animal that has died a natural death or has been killed by a wild beast may be put to any other use, but you may not eat it. If anyone eats the fat of an animal from which an obligation is made to the Lord, that person shall be cut off from the people. Wherever you dwell, you shall not eat any blood, whether of bird or of animal. Every person who eats any blood shall be cut off from the people." Portions of the communion sacrifice for the priests. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell the Israelites, the person who offers a communion sacrifice to the Lord shall be the one to bring from it the offering to the Lord. The offerer's own hands shall carry the obligation for the Lord. The person shall bring the fat together with the brisket, which is to be raised as an elevated offering before the Lord. The priest shall burn the fat on the altar, but the brisket belonging to Aaron and his sons. Moreover, from your communion sacrifice you shall give it to the priest, the right leg as contribution, the one among Aaron's sons who offers the blood and the fat of the communion offering shall have the right leg of his portion. Far from the communion sacrifices of the Israelites, I have taken the brisket that is elevated and the leg that is a contribution, and I have given them to Aaron the priest and to his sons as their due from the Israelites forever. This is a priestly share from the obligation of the Lord, allotted to Aaron and to his sons on the day they were brought forth to be priests of the Lord, which the Lord ordered to be given from them, the Israelites, on the day they were anointed as their due throughout the generations forever. Summary. This is the ritual for burnt offerings, the grain offering, the purification offering, the reparation offering, the ordination offering, and the communion sacrifice, which the Lord enjoined on Moses at Mount Sinai at the time when he commanded the Israelites in the wilderness of Sinai to bring their offerings to the Lord.